But no game lasts forever, and there came a day when some of Random's grandest champions found themselves hungering greedily for challenges more deadly than had ever been encountered before, and with rewards commensurate with their risk. And their demands were soon met by new and darker games, whose stakes were as dangerous as could be imagined. But defeat comes even to the gifted, and its unfamiliarity leads to wounds even deeper than those experienced by most. Powered by a mysterious darkness, the games grew too savage, with risks beyond anyone's control. And the day came when catastrophe would be postponed no longer. A new queen rose to power, and, knowing what the games had become, took action. In a voice tinged with rage, she decreed that all dice be forever destroyed. Using the power of her dark, six-sided companion, called the One True Dice, she attacked any of her citizens foolish enough to protest. And thus began the No Dice War. The Queen proved an effective general, and the war soon turned in her favor. Any remaining dice wielders who would not give up their companions were forced into exile, or worse. The Valley of the Dice hid itself from the Queen in fog, with its inhabitants and their power all but forgotten. Only the Queen's dark dice remained, all alone and all powerful. In her victory, the Queen fractured the world into 6 isolated fragments, one for each side of her One True Dice. And there was a new rule imposed. Every child, upon reaching the age of 12, would roll her dice to see which district they'd move to. It was fair and just, the law of one dice instead of the chaos of many. But there was more to the story, a secret known only to a few. And the children who rolled up, the headmaster showed no mercy, and the black dice hung, pushed into endless slump. Cries echoed through till their very dreams were stolen. No hope was found. And everyone lived happily ever after. The end. And now that you know this amazing magical castle is out there in Sixtopia, I'm sure you'll want to live there one day too. Well, don't you worry, because everyone in Random gets their chance. Yes, some fine day, you too will grow up, roll the Queen's One True Dice as black as night, and find out who you really are. And whether you're a oneer, or a sixer, or anything in between, there'll be joy in your heart and a song on your lips, 'cause you'll know one thing is forever true. Random rules.
I'm supposed to find someone here. I don't know, Dicey. But I know they're here somewhere.
You can imprison my body, but not my spirit. I did what I did for the rebellion. I regret none of it. I am the Red Pawn, the leader of the famed rebellion of Fortown against the Queen. True, I was captured, but you cannot kill an idea. Forburg will, my beloved motherland. Tell me how fares. Tell me what became of Fortown. No, it's not possible. And what of her people? Ah, you see, the city may be gone, but the spirit is thriving. Even though my city may no longer stand, you can imprison my body, but not my spirit.
She was almost there. Almost there. Evan's narrator was so close, she just had to keep looking. Some part of Evan knew her narrator was close. It was a feeling that went beyond words.
The Queen, in her wisdom, was right to put me in here.
One thing was certain. Her story had taken a very dark turn.
You'll never break the spirit of the rebellion. Never.
This was not what was supposed to happen.
Evan and her narrator were almost reunited. She was so close. She was so
As
dramatically
days bled
close.
into months, and then into years, no one could say what would happen now, least of all me.
Hello, Evan. Do you remember me? For I remember you. And yet you're probably wondering why I'm here. I suppose it makes no difference to tell you. The Queen hired me all those years ago to kill that meddlesome King of Freedom and to start their war. What can I say? The Queen wanted to ensure his children would tear each other apart in the years and decades to... But she played even me, you see. She promised me the people would fear the Shadow Man beyond reason, but they didn't. My rule was kept secret, and instead, they grew to fear war, their own deaths. And when I finally had enough, when I finally threatened to reveal the truth to everyone, well, here I am. No, you don't get to pity me. I'm terrifying. You're terrified of me. Say it! Say you're terrified! You don't pity me? In fact, no. I pity you. You hear me? I pity you! I pity you! Nobody pities me! Nobody! Nobody.
Ah, my friend, thank you for the rescue. Now, I can get back to my job of narrating. The narrator said, narratively.
Weird. Yeah, it's you. There you are.
Whoa, wait. You can hear me? Why, I can. I always could. I'm your narrator. And you too, little fellow. It was hard being alone. I felt like half a person, if that makes sense. Well, it would be strange if you didn't. I am your narrator, after all. Oh, but it is nice to know when one's work is appreciated. But you can hear me now, and we should make the most of that while we can. We've got a quest to finish, my friend, and I stand ready to describe it if you stand. Let's. Now then, where were we? Yes. A girl, her dice, and her narrator were reunited at last. Behind them, the wreckage of all that had stood in their way. Ahead of them, the queen and her minions. Even squared her shoulders and strode forward toward her destiny. Oh, why, thank you. This used to be a beautiful palace, a place of learning, of magic, of... Oh, yes, Dicey. It was also a place of dice. Halls that once echoed with the laughter of children were now still, empty, and desolate. Oh, right. Except for Even and her amazing friend Dicey, who was... great, did you say? Who was, and I quote, great and awesome to the
Right
max.
up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's trade.
The dark crystals had appeared in the same age as the castle's fall, but they were not the cause of this destruction, merely an effect of it. There was something much darker here.
Way to creep us out, Mr. Narrator.
The remains of the castle were quiet, almost serene, but within them still dwelled a great power.
Here goes nothing, Dicey. Point taken. Here goes everything. Look at this place. It is stunning, and it's been lived in recently. We're not alone here, Dicey.
Well, the gate was locked, but where was the key? Even wasn't sure, and neither was Dicey.
But
They had the feeling they could find what they sought if they looked below.
whoa, she has a fleet of these things.
That's concerning. Wait, Nanny Fortuna was coming.
Quick, hide!
Now, hurry up, you scrumptious little children.
What does scrumptions mean, miss?
It means keep walking and stop asking questions. The one with ice does not like to wait. Where did I put my keys? Not again!
Come on, that key's gotta be here somewhere.
The key even was looking for. She just knew it had to be here somewhere.
Ugh, not your most helpful narration, bruv.
Raise the stakes with a new card. Manny's got what you need.
Okay, here we go. All that remained was to climb the terrifying upper tower and face our destiny.
Yeah, you're not in any danger here.
Even, do you know what happens to a narrator if the person they're narrating dies?
No.
Me neither. Oh, but I'm sure it's not good. Two royal girls, princesses. The two of them were the exact same ages, as even and odd.
Those masks. Yeah.
The Queen's throne. It is from here that the Queen rules the fate of Random with the roll of her dice. But where was she now? Five Tropolis, once a land of creativity and magic. Now, little more than a robot factory.
There were good people there. We've all been twisted by her. And we can't even see it. We're fish born in a tiny bowl, and we look around and say, oh, this is good. This is definitely how it should be. But we should be swimming in the ocean. Okay, yes. Not all fish can live in salt water. But we should at least be swimming in a big old lake.
One croft, even in Odd's home.
It was home. My family's there and I miss them, but I honestly don't know where home is anymore. Oh, Dicey. My home is by your side too.
It was in this very throne room that the Queen would roll her dice to decide today's fate and personality of the poor inhabitants of Two Town.
That's crazy, isn't it? The idea that their fates should be controlled by the Queen rolling a dice somewhere. You grow up with it, so you think it's normal, but the whole thing is madness.
Freedom. It was a land and a family torn apart by an endless, futile war.
A war the Queen instigated to keep the people divided and her in power. Yeah, the triplets could have done something, but they squandered it and so much else, hating each other.
Forburg, a fallen city built on the ruins of its past self.
Another insane system. She pulls us all into her crazy solutions until we forget how things used to be, and everyone in Random is just lost in her madness. She's cost so much.
Sixtopia, a glittering city of cardboard, made to give the poor people of Random something to aspire to. The biggest and most cynical lie of them all.
This can't go on. Yeah, I hope we can do something about it too.
This was it. The point of no return. Whatever the end was, Even and Dicey were going to meet it.
Listen, Dicey, whatever happens next, I just want you to know. Look, I'm not too good with feelings and stuff, but I just want to say I've never become best friends with someone faster, and we've saved each other's lives countless times. And well, thank you, Dicey, for everything. Right, back at you, bud. Now, let's go kick that queen's evil butt together.
Hiding. Is over here good?
Hod!
Now then, children, inside that black dice is your ultimate destiny. Well, if it isn't the one from one town, even, was it? Poor girl, you've marched all this way alone, only to find your own end waiting for you.
Only I'm not alone, Nanny. And it seems to me that the only end I've been marching towards is yours.
Nice!
Such impudence demands punishment! And I've asked you nice, but now it's time to give Nanny that dice! can scream and you can shout, but Nanny will eat your bones and snout. I suppose it is one's lot in life when one is a nanny to suffer doing someone else's hard. Eventually, everyone leaves. I did my job, child. I followed orders, and none of us. When I come back. Well, there's a lot of that going. Now then.
Where are we? Dicey? Are you seeing this? Through that portal? You sure it's safe? The opposite of reassuring, but okay. Those poor children.
It's so much worse than I.
Is the black goo coming from their heads? Their brains?
The black dice is mining those poor children for their nightmares, their darkest dreads, their most agonizing miseries, coalescing them into the dark fuel.
The robots, the dark twisting of the arenas, all of it. It's all powered by those helpless kids' nightmares.
There are few things more powerful than unbridled fear. This place, it feeds on it. It's a sacrifice. Hey, Even, that's lucky, isn't it?
That is her. She's still alive. Oh, then Odd didn't kill her after all. She might not be as far gone as I'd thought. Oh, Odd. I hope you're okay.
O masters of the one true dice, have my sacrifices not been ample? Have you not long feasted on paranoia, bitterness, fear itself? Are you not satisfied? Have I not been good to you, my three lords, since that first moment of your
Guess we're doing this!
You have given me power over randomness since we first began our exchange, and we have both found it profitable. But I have no heir, and I cannot let this great work falter. I beg you for just one more boon, just a taste of your power. I wish to share my dominion over chance itself with my successor. Just as I once did to you, this child has proven herself worthy to me. She will please you, just as I have. She will keep up my end of the bargain, so that you can keep up yours. My Dark Lords, I beseech you, let my power be shared, and I swear that two souls shall then worship you evermore.
Right, I have no idea how I got here either. But you're here, I'm here, and no matter how the cards are stacked, we still have hope. It should. So listen, mates, cards on the table. Because the way I figure it, if the Queen wins, then you lose, and I lose my best customer. My only customer, really. I know we try to keep things light between us, but you've saved me, mate. Before you, nobody... Personally, I'm very satisfied. You're the only one who ever wanted to buy, so it seems to me you're just the one to save everyone. Now then, let's get...
Odd, step forward. There's no more time to prepare. Your fate is arriving now!